One Claude does a lot. But why stop at one? Senior devs delegate? You can too. The tool is a subagent, a helper of its own. Let's meet it. It can take any focused job, research a topic, test your code, review your work, search the project, fix a small bug. You give a subagent one clear task, just one kept simple. It runs on its own, it works alone, then reports back. Think of a focused intern. A subagent is a separate Claude. It has its own context. You are the manager. The subagent is the worker. You direct the work. It does the work. Research finds facts. Test checks the code. Review catches bugs. Each has one job. So why does this matter? A clean window thinks sharper. Your main chat stays light. You're not coding, you're managing. Each gets its own context. And a clean report comes back. Try it right now. Type /agents to spawn a helper. Give it one clear task. So that is a subagent. Next up, work trees and parallel dev. Two features to build. You switch back and forth. Files clash, it's a mess. Is there a cleaner way? Yes, there is. It's called a work tree. Let's see how it helps. Picture your project folder. Feature A lives here. Feature B lives there. One builds login. One builds search. Both run in parallel. You create a second working folder, a full copy of your repo, on its own branch. Each runs its own Claude, no clashes. Think of a second disk. A work tree is a second copy of your repo. It sits on its own branch. The work tree is the second disk. The branch is its own lane. A work tree is the disk. A branch is the lane. Feature A in one folder, feature B in another, parallel with no clashes. Nothing steps on anything. So why does this matter? Switching branches is slow and risky with live edits. Two tasks, two desks at once. Each gets its own branch and its own folder. Try it right now. Run git worktree add for a new folder. Open a fresh Claude there. So that is a work tree. Next up, hooks and permissions. Claude can run commands. That's powerful. But should it run them all? You decide the limits with two simple controls. Hooks and permissions. Let's break them down. These are your safety controls. Allow a safe action. Ask before a risky one. Deny a dangerous one. Run a check on save. Run a test on every run. Permissions decide what Claude may do. A clear yes or no. Hooks go further. They run your own command at key moments. Think of house rules for a guest. Permissions set the limits. Hooks trigger the actions. Permissions are the gate. Hooks are the trigger. Permissions guard the door. Hooks fire on cue. Allow means do it freely. Ask means check with me. Deny means never do it. You set each one. So why does this matter? Automation needs trust. Guardrails make it safe. You stay in full control. Allow, ask or deny. Plus auto action en queue. Try it right now. Type /permissions to set a rule. Deny risky commands like RM. So that is hooks and permissions. Next up, headless mode and the SDK. So far you chat with Claude. You type, it replies. But what if no one's there? Claude can still run with no chat at all. It's called headless mode. Here's the idea. It fits into automation. Run it in a script. Run it in CI. Run it on a schedule. No screen needed. One job start to finish. You pass one prompt with the -p flag. A single instruction. No back and forth. Claude runs it and prints the result. Think of a vending machine. Headless mode runs Claude without a chat. You press once, you get output. Headless means no chat screen. The SDK lets you build it in. Headless is no chat UI. The SDK is the toolkit. A script runs it in a file. CI runs it on commit. Cron runs it on a schedule, fully hands-off. So why does this matter? Routine tasks repeat daily. Why do them by hand? Put Claude on autopilot. It's one shot and needs no UI. It fits any pipeline. Try it right now. Run Claude-P with a quoted prompt. Get the answer, no chat. So that is headless mode. Next up, mastery models and cost. Claude has many brains. Some fast, some deep. Which one should you pick? The answer saves you money and gets better results. Let's master the choice. 3 things matter here. Get max output for less. There's Haiku. There's Sonnet. There's Opus. Each costs differently. And each runs in your editor. You match the model to the task. Big or small, choose wisely. That's the whole trick. Easy jobs go cheap, hard jobs go strong. Like picking the right gear. The right model balances power and cost. And speed too. The model is the brain. The cost is the bill. Model means the brain. Cost means the bill. Haiku is fast and cheap. Sonnet is balanced. Opus is deep and strong. Pick to fit the job. So why does this matter? Using Opus for everything burns money. Haiku handles the easy stuff. Don't overpay, match the tool. Pick the right model and code in your IDE. Try it right now. Type /model to switch brains. Choose by the task ahead. So that is mastery. Next up, reading someone else's code.